Hello, little microphone issue there. I forgot to change my microphone. What's going on, everybody? This is our special guest tonight, Luna. Luna is a long-haired Akita puppy that we're fostering. So everybody say hello to Luna. The Mrs. Connolly will come and grab the little girl, but I couldn't help it to bring her out here. Look how cute she is. Look how cute. So it's a puppy race tonight. So we're here for FOR round 7, and they will be doing the Ground Valley full course or Highway 1. This race is a Group 3 race, so like every race they get a little bit higher up on the totem pole for car performance, and they're going to drive angry in the Group 3s. So they're going to romp around there with the Group 3 cars. All Japanese, Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. No specifics, Vision cars are allowed. Any GTR, the Silhouette as well. So the guys get to choose from a whole bunch of stuff, which is always fun, right? It also makes for better racing and everything else like that. So super excited to have that. It's always a nice addition to the series, to everything else that's going on. And I think it'll make for a little interesting, because as we go through kind of everything here, when you look at the race format here, the 3 times tire and 4 times fuel, that is that's going to be a difference maker. Some of these cars are better on fuel than others. Some of them are better on tires than others. So it's one of these things where it's we'll see what happens, and these guys will obviously be considerate to that. The 27 laps is a long, that's a lot of laps for this place. It's not a small track. It is a pretty big track, and unfortunately though, I think we have 12 drivers tonight. Let me go take a brief gander. Yeah, we got 12 drivers tonight, so it hopefully it doesn't get too spaced out. We'll definitely see. I think what we'll have is races within races, right? That's kind of how these things flow out. So I'm pretty excited to see what goes on for tonight. I think a lot of these guys have been amped up. I've been watching the Discord chat, and they've been kind of going at each other. And I just scared the missus because she didn't know where Luna was. So Luna's gonna go outside, hopefully take a doo-doo. And I just scared the crap out of Mrs. Bipolar. It's always a little bit of fun in this house. We got so many dogs and everything else in between, so it's a good time. It's a good time. So yeah, we'll see what these guys make out of it. They're gonna have to get into qualifying here shortly, and we're looking forward to seeing how these guys go. So let's get over to that race. How about that? Oh, standings. That's essential here too. Sorry about that. We got Ricardo Pickles there with the lead with 123. Williams, Williams has been coming up through the ranks through this series, so it's pretty excited to see how he's doing. I'm excited to see how he does too. So one of these cool things where you watch a driver kind of progress through the series, through each race. So pretty impressive. Sweaty Palms is going to bounce back. I think he's going to have a strong race here. We're going to see how he does, and if he can take back some points. I'm already seeing some things you guys will enjoy on track. So I'm gonna just basically let you see it. But there are some points for play, positions to play, and let's get into that qualifying. So they are on their out lap. Actually, these guys have already gone around, and they're on their first flying lap. So we'll see how the times look. Gotta love the livery here. Gotta love the old Fast and Furious from Sooner Man. I mean, that's on point. That's really on point. Behind him, trying to catch a toe, is F1 or Finalized. I think Finalized, if we pull up the standings again, I think Finalized is a new driver for the night. So they definitely have increased the drivers for the evening, which is always an exciting thing to see. That's kind of what you want to hear and see in a race, is to just have more competition, especially as everything gets a little bit further out there. So I do not have, for some reason, track audio playing through my headset, which is kind of unfortunate right now. I don't know why. This is actually a first for me. I've never had this problem before. So let's see what could be causing it. I'm going to try a couple different settings here. Interesting. There is literally no audio coming out of my headset right now. I think I'm going to be without audio. This kind of stinks. Wow. This is a first. Let's see if we got something else going on here that I'm just not realizing on my headset. Ah. There we go. Okay. That was interesting. A little bit of an issue there. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's get back to some of the action here. So, Finalized. Okay, Finalized just showed up tonight for the first time, and he's already putting in the fast lap for everybody. So this will be interesting. He's also on Superman's tail still. So I think at this point we don't really need the banner. So we'll get rid of the bottom banner and let you kind of see what's going on. I don't think there's tire wear. So yeah, there's no tire or fuel wear for the qualifying laps. So this is one of those things where they just send it. No consequence, no other repercussions. You just got to go for the fast lap. But now Finalized getting held up by Soonerman a little bit. So this will be interesting. I think his idea was to kind of get a draft, but right now he's right on him, coming into some tricky bits here. So let's see how they navigate this. Oh, they're coming to the... Okay, so they're at the straight finish, so that should... Oh, wow. Gained another 6/10 on Pickle Rick. Let's see where Pickle is. Half a second penalty. That's not going to help. Probably picked it up from, obviously, track limits going over. There's a few sections where you can dip your tires kind of off the wall there, off the white line. You got Soonerman in fourth. Oh, Williams jumped up. 4/10 off of Finalized in the GTR, the Valvoline GTR. That's a pretty good looking car. I like to see that. That's pretty nice. SoCal also jumped up, also in the Super GT 500. Less than a half a second now separates first through third on the qualifying laps. They are a 10-minute qualifier, so a couple guys got a couple more laps coming through. SoCal closed the gap to Williams. They're very close. Finalized still has that half second. So we got GT. So we got FT1. So we got a vision car. We've now got Williams in the GTR, SoCal in the GT 500. So that's nice. We got 3 different cars up there for the top 3 right now qualifying. We got Pickle Rick coming in. He's got a half second hit the Silhouette. This will be interesting with the Silhouette. I'm not really too sure how good it's going to do on fuel. But I think these guys have had some practice with these cars. I think they're kind of prepared for what they might come in and have to face. So I'm thinking good things for these folks. I'm thinking positive energy, but you do have this kind of bundle of people right here. So Pickle Rick is kind of not doing himself a favor with Williams behind him. Soonerman within a second, so the top 5 within a second, which is great. What a great Fast and the Furious livery. Oh man, more than you can afford, pal. Gotta love that line. So I think this is also a new guest. What's this? TVSS Girl. I do not believe if I pull up the standings there's any race with that driver's name on it. No, it's not. So another addition for the evening. We gotta love that. We want to have as many people participate as you can. Another NLR driver. So it looks like NLR Williams brought in a coworker. So he's also now in the Supra. So a lot of Supras in the field, a lot of GTRs in the field. But we got a mix of vision cars and all classic cars. So I think that's gonna make it for an enjoyable race, to be honest with you. Going up to 1.5 minutes left in qualifying. So we got Rick James, also in a Supra, sweaty palms in that Fast and Furious Supra. Dropped back a little bit, so he's having a little bit of issues here. And then you got Steel City in 11th with the old classic Castrol. and Deuces in the FT1. So we got 12 drivers tonight. Should be a good field. Should be a good race. I'm looking forward to this, to be honest with you, because Grand Valley has a lot of challenges within itself. So let's go back up to the front. We got Finalized here. Finalized is up 2/10. So he's Tom the Tech. Tom the Tech came in and stole in second place from Williams. So let's see what we got here. We got Tom the Tech, 2/10 back, carrying a penalty, so he's not going to improve this lap. I do not believe, I'm not too sure exactly where he is on the track, so I'm gonna get rid of my camera and I can get a better idea for track location. I think that'd be ideal. So yeah, he's just starting, so he's getting this last lap in. Good for him. Williams is coming in. He's got, looks like SoCal behind him. No, who is that behind him? Oh, TBS. So TBS, new entrance in 6th place. That's pretty nice. Pretty sweet. That's good. That's a good sight. All right. Pickle Rick, unfortunately, looks like he's starting. No, he's about to come in to complete the last lap for himself. So that's going to be the best place he can get his 5th if nobody else improves. And we got, TBS girl is in tow, so we'll see if I'm gonna assume girl is girl, and they get the improvement on the lap time. So let's kind of go see where things are right now. Finalized is coming across, so this is good in order of track position. He's going to be coming through in that last few sections, up and almost 3/10. So this is a good flying lap from Finalized. I would like to see a little less of the glitching here, but that's how it is sometimes. Can't really always control everything. Would be great if we could get a like and share out there for these guys and girls. They're going to be racing hard. I don't think it's a fun series, the Invitational, and all the everybody that comes out here to race wants to win. So. We'll see. So Finalized does improve by another 10th. That's pretty. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty confident. So now we come against. We got SoCal. Let's see where SoCal does. See what the time split is. And come through as the tunnel here, fast section. And let's see where SoCal finishes. No improvement. Had a little issue or a penalty. So now we got Tom the Tech also coming through that last section. Can he improve? No improvement. 1.2 down. Very interesting. Everybody's pretty probably pushing. So that is qualifying. What's the beautiful part now, this latest update? We can actually go to results. This was something that pre-update you couldn't do. Not too fun. So, Finalized. First visit to the races. Coming in strong is the new driver to the series. SoCal with the GT500. And then you got Tom the Tech GT500. So you got the top 3 a little bit within a half second. Not too bad. Sweaty Palm's not too far off. And another GT500. NR Williams, 7/10 back in the Nismo, the first GTR driver. Rick James and another Supra. Got a Super Silhouette from Pickle Wick, going a little bit different. And let's see what else we got. If my controller can work. I guess you can't go down further? Interesting. Learn a few things here and there. So this squad's getting ready to send it. I'm getting ready to see how these folks navigate that first turn. Should be pretty interesting. So hello once again, BiPolarXpres here. These guys gave me an opportunity to fill in for somebody that couldn't keep doing the commentary, so I said, you know what, I'm available. I'm not the best with this stuff, but you know what, it'd be good to give it a try. And that that is our Foster. You can't help it. Sometimes you got dogs, family, and life. That's just how it works. So they're taking her to bed. Is she being bad? Yes, she's being bad. All right. So, hey, it happens, but they started the finals, so here we go. I'm going to take a sip of this bourbon. That's just kind of how we like to flow around here. Love how I got botted for a chat message already. Interesting. Okay. So let's get into the big picture. I'm going to put that banner back up so that nobody can really see the tire strat. And whoop. Let's see what we get here for a start. All right. Clean start. Oh, no. We got somebody in the back. Oh, we got an accident from it. Somebody in the back did jump the start, put everybody else in a little bit of a hole. So, Finalized does make it to the first turn. Pretty clean through the first turn. It is getting pretty busy. Bumper to bumper. The GT500s are battling it out. Williams made a couple moves. He's getting himself... Sweaty Palms actually had a great launch, too. Sweaty Palms got up there. Pretty aggressive from the start. So far, so clean. That's what we want to see. We don't really want to see a lot of issues. Tom the Tech in third place. SoCal snuck through. So we're already starting to see some people attack right out of the gate. I like the Motocraft. That's a little bit different. Sweaty Palms is all over him. Gives him a little bit of a nudge as they go through this section. So let's take a peek up here. SoCal is staying and finalizes draft and certainly looking poised to stay within that draft. So the top right now, 5-0 Williams with a half-second penalty. That's going to hurt. TV Girl all over Williams. Right now, these folks are getting about 3 seconds back from Finalized, who's starting to stretch the legs. But that's a little bit of battling. So Williams serving that penalty. It's allowing the other NLR driver. Look at this teamwork. A little bit of bump. A little bit of shake and bake. You gotta like that to see that from the folks. So definitely gonna helping each other push through. Maybe catch up some ground. Pickle Rick is looking a silhouette, only silhouette in the field. Definitely one of those cars where it bites, it grips, it goes. So I'm kind of interested to see how this car progresses. Deuces Pew, also in the Fast and Furious livery, but on the FT1 Vision car. And then you got Steel City and Sooner Man in the battle. Now, I believe Steel City got caught out by Sooner Man having a false start. So we'll see how this plays out. And then you got Rick James kind of coming in there at the back. Not too sure what happened to Rick. That's interesting. So let's go up to the front. We still got the top 4 all in one camera view, which is fantastic. So you got Finalized, you got SoCal, Tom the Tech, Sweaty Palms, and then you got TBS Girl, NLR Williams, his teammate, G Wiggle. We're going to call him Wiggle. Little Wiggle. Wheel Wobble. Pickle Rick in there. So, actually, this is pretty nice, y'all. The 1 through 8th is all within 6 seconds to start here. We're only lap 2 at 27, long race, but the fact that they're together is pretty impressive. It's nice to see, and it should provide for some good racing. So, still in the slip. Finalized with, I think, didn't have a chance to put that livery on. Interestingly, I think the FT1 is still a great car. You don't see a tremendous amount of people using it, but still a really good car for using. Now, SoCal's staying in there. We all know and love to drive the GT500. So you can't help but the classic Castrol. And look at the speed these guys are carrying through the sparks. It just looks beautiful. Well done. Well done, building. Getting your stuff together a year later. So we got a 4-way race up front for podium spots and potentially first place. Starting the 3rd lap. This is very technical track. I think that's why it's a fan's favorite. And with the remodeling, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Can't really say anything bad about it. So Sweaty Palms starting to lose the toe from Tom the Tech, but Tom the Tech got a half-second penalty, which is more like a second penalty. So That's going to pull Sweaty Palms right back into that. Now it's a question if these two can keep up with SoCal and finalize as their, SoCal is all over finalized. Now what's the play here, folks? Stay in tow, save a little bit of fuels, try to save tires, even though you kind of have a little bit of washing out effect, a little bit of loss of downforce. What do you do? What do you do? We'll find out on this episode of FOR. Okay, so the penalty zone's up here. Let's go watch Tom the Tech and see what happens to him. And actually, let's go look at Sweaty Palm from his view. Let's watch the closing speed, because this is a pretty quick section. Good patience on the throttle, coming through. Cones everywhere. It's kind of not surprising. Using the track is what you want to do. So let's go up front. Okay, finalized did get away from SoCal, but I think the advantage is for the FT1 in the corners. And there's definitely a top line advantage for the GT500. As a little bit of draft to play here, but he's feeling back in some lost time. That is a beautiful shot. Well done. All right, so let's go all the way. Let's go see. So Rick James had a little bit more of a couple of issues here. He's now almost, 5.5 seconds behind Sooner Man. Not kind of the race that he wanted, but you know what? A lot of time left, and the dude's still racing. There's some people that would kind of rage quit if it didn't go their way in the first 5 laps. So I love you, Rick James. Keep dancing on the ceiling. Sooner Man coming in. Now he's gaining some time back on Deuces. I'm sure that he's happy to see that. They also look like team drivers. That nice bright orange and Fast and Furious livery. Looking pretty good. Now Deuces is staying in touch with Steel City. The Casual GT500 running pretty strong. Now these guys are within 15 seconds of the lead. Tires and fuel will make a difference in this race. As we accelerate up in the speed of the cars, we're also going to accelerate up in the fuel and tire usages. So that's not changing. The only thing that changes is tracks, race, and the caliber of car. So it's an interesting way to do and run a series. I think it's honestly a great way to have a fun series. And I think we got a yellow flag. Let's stay here to see what the yellow flag is. All right, it cleaned up. So yellow flag was for TBS. TBS girl was further up, and now there's look at this scrap. Let's go forward up to NLR. You got a 4-way scrap here. Looks like NLR Williams kind of got away from this, but something really brought these drivers together. So let's kind of watch this through a little bit. Weagle. Taking a little sniff inside of Pickle Rick, but Pickle Rick definitely had a little advantage. It would have been a dive bomb. Good call to not go through with that move. It's always nice to play the little head games. Take a little sniff. They see it in the mirrors. They don't see it on the map, and you mess with them. So we have a fantastic 5-car scrum here from 5th place to 9th. Gotta love that. So let's go and see what's up front. So Sweaty Palms is kind of in this between zone, almost 4 seconds up behind that scrum behind him. Tom the Tech 3 seconds ahead. So we have some division here between the top 3. 5 laps in, a lot of racing to go. I'm not going to pull this banner off for a little bit, so I don't want you guys to kind of see tires and fuel quite yet. We'll get to that here shortly. But it will make a difference as I scroll through here. So what you don't see is my big TV over there. And I get to scroll through, and I'm going to go through and look at tire wear and fuel right now. So I'm not going to say anything. Maybe you can read my poor poker face. I don't really have a good poker face, so all these guys are running kind of similar cars. Giving you the Kermit view. I'm sorry, I'm doing it to you. Making your head spin. So I think you can either see who's like a pad player and who's a wheel player based on front tire wear tonight. So we're gonna see some changes, I think, through the pits and through the race as it extends. So let's go. I'm gonna remove the banner and let you see what I see. Let's have some fun with this. All right. So Finalize has Tom the Tech staying with him. All right. Within 2 seconds is a good place to be with a lot of laps left. Some good, decent tire wear from the FT1 Vision. Decent fuel. Half tank left. As we go back. Oop. Sorry, thumb hit stuff. As we go back. A little bit of a fuel disadvantage for the GT500, but I mean that car is a big turbo car. I would imagine it would consume, and from an older era. So you know these 90 cars are not fuel efficient, to say the very least, but very fun, very nostalgic. So happy to see this amount of different cars. Now they have a good chunk of lead over Sweaty Palms. Now Sweaty Palms coming in. Front tires are being worked. Let's watch kind of this red dot and see where the red dot goes for his turns in. So max. Let's say hairpin, that's fair. And then he opens it up. So that's really, tire wear as a whole, folks, is how much are you going to lock the wheel versus keep the wheel open. That's the big difference here. Alright, so Finalize 1.5, 1.6 up on Tom, 6.5 up on Sweaty. So, and he's gaining on Finalize. So interesting. Similar tire wear. Oh, you know what? Tom the Tech does have much better rear tires, so that should keep the grip coming up out of the turns very nice. Should be able to allow that car to accelerate with some pace. He's also extending up to 7 seconds, which is fantastic. So we're seeing pretty much two people extend each other from everybody else. It's like it's the road race right now. So we turn our attention back to Sweaty. Still has a gap between that pack behind him. Still running strong. Tire wear is the issue for Sweaty. So with the soft tires really burning up that front. And I think this is going to create an issue. I believe this will create kind of that ability for the Williams and the Pickle Rick to kind of come back at him. I mean, look at this group in the picture behind Sweaty. What a great view. And then here we got Williams. He's leading the group, leading the pack. Also with some pretty harsh tire wear. Not quite a third through the race, but it'll be very hard pressed to make this a one-stop. Let's put it that way. Pickle Rick all over. Oh, with a half-second penalty in that silhouette. Also very front tire dependent, so also might have some issues with keeping pace as the next few laps extend. They're getting into that two-stop window because we're getting to that third of the race. I don't know if anybody will try to do a one-stop. I don't think you really can. So I really think it's about how good can you extend this first stint and have better tires and the right fuel count for the end of the race. I think that's essential here for these folks. Serving the penalty, that's going to put Weagle. And we got a pass coming here. TDS girl trying to make up ground. Has, oh, nope, not quite the inside line, but using all the tires. Look at that. That is almost gone on the left front. Could be potential time to start seeing some pit stops when you start seeing tire wear like that. Okay, so Steel City sees this group in front, so that's a target. Great on softs, great tire wear compared to the counterparts. Pretty decent fuel. Sooner Man and Deuces, good tires for Sooner, decent fuel. Deuces, same thing. Looks like these guys have a similar strat, kind of extend maybe a little bit beyond where everybody else goes, and make up some track position through less pit stops, less time in the pits. And Rick James has clawed back some time, so he was pretty far off, and he's got back in. Great tires, but he's also on the mediums. So the mediums are allowing him to have less wear, but also consume less fuel. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how this works out for Rick while everybody else goes into the pits and takes more fuel. He should claw back some time. So we go back up front. Finalized has actually gotten away from Tom the Tech. Tom the Tech was in 1.5 seconds finalized, but apparently at some point Finalized extended, got through some tire wear issues, and has gotten a little bit more comfortable situation. We go back to Tom and Tech, and I'm just going to go right back to Finalize. We're going to go back and forth real quick. I'd like you to be able to see tires and fuel. So very similar, except the GT500 seems to do much better on rear tire than the FT100 concept car. Oh, button smashing. Sorry, folks. So you'd think Tom the Tech might be able to get better exit speed out of the corners, but we'll see. Sweaty Palms has lost further ground than Tom the Tech, almost 10 seconds back, but the bigger problem is Williams has gained, and Williams is bringing with him a party the last time we checked. Alright, so we got our first pit stop. Sweaty Palms, that front left tire was looking beat. Fuel's looking low, comes in. Everybody else good, staying out. Pickle Rick comes in. Oh, we got a whole bunch. TBS Girl comes in. No, TBS Girl needed to come in. Look at that left front tire. That front tire beat. It's dead. That's a smart move. I know you can stay out with a beat tire these days. Problem is you lose a ton of time. So let's see who wins coming out of the pits here. So Rick James does go on. We knew he didn't need to pit, so Sweaty Palms comes out. Sweaty already had a lead, and he extends his lead between TBS Girl, Pickle Rick. Interesting. Now, who did stay out is NLR Williams. Williams was leading that group of 4 or 5 cars. So I think I have no idea what's going to happen before the end of this race. Zero idea. So this should be fun. I like a little bit of surprise. I like you having to look at my goofy face, not really understand what's happening. It is what it is. But these pit stops certainly show you the gap. So NLR Williams did not pit. He's 12.5 back from Tom. So that kind of shows you the pace of the leaders versus the rest of the group. But we'll see what happens. There's clearly an abuse of tires happening from people that are trying to run these fast laps every lap. And we do have our leaders now coming in very similar fuel. So I think the fuel rate for these folks is a pretty fast refuel. I don't think they did a slow refuel. And Williams comes in, SoCal comes in, Weagle comes in. So we are basically seeing the whole field come in between lap 10 and lap 9. Alright, so Finalized should come out. Should continue with the lead. Now the question is, how far back? Yeah, Tom the Tech lost some track position, not track position, but certainly lost time from this. So I think he was within 2.5 seconds. Now he's about 3.2 back. We'll see how these outlaps work. Rick James. This was our medium driver. So Rick James went from last to third, but he is going to be under a little bit of pressure. But this is strategery. Can you slow the other cars behind you? If you can slow the other cars behind you, you can extend. You can also get yourself back into a fight at a later time. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to get rid of my face, and we're going to go back to all the guys here and see what we got. Rick James, though, see, sweaty palms on the push on the outlap, giving himself a half-second penalty. Not really what you want to do when you're trying to gain back track position and not lose time behind a slower driver. But Rick James does go wide on that medium worn tire, and that does allow Sweaty to go around the outside. He's going to give us a spot right back up as we go to this penalty zone. Now, let's see what TBS Girl does. Now, it should have the draft, has the tire advantage, should make the move right here. But I'll tell you what. TBS Girl was being very forgiving in that section. Could have dove under, did not. Kind of took the line on the inside, and with the tire advantage moved through. Now, Rick James, unfortunately, these worn mediums are costing him. Oh, he's actually signaling people to go around. He's trying not to interfere with their race. He's trying to have his race, his strategy. Very interesting. I'm wondering if he's trying to extend to a one-stop. He'll be the only one-stop driver if he can accomplish that, but I think he's fuel limited. He's not tire limited, he's fuel limited. So the question is do you attack and abandon your strategy, or do you continue this path, short shift, lose a little bit more time? But he did go from last to seventh through all these pit stops, so he might gain back more time. What's not in his favor is I believe it's a very fast refuel time. So these folks with the fuel issues are not staying in pits very long, getting in and getting back out. So Williams, clearly these folks took a full tank. They're also working together. So Eagle's first night into the series, this Invitational Fun series, is pushing Williams. So these guys are having some fun as teammates. It's good to see that. Now Steel City and Soonerman are kind of coming in tow. Deuce is behind them. 49 seconds back. On the hard. I don't think we've seen a hard tire in this series. So this looks like Deuce is trying to go right to the end. I don't think this is a situation where Deuces doesn't know if it can handle his tires, or if the mediums and softs were too swirly. But kind of curious to see where this 12th place driver finishes. 6.5 seconds back from Steel City, but I don't know if he's got the fuel to do this kind of one-stop approach. But we'll see. So Finalize has extended a little bit above Tom, actually by about 1.5 seconds. So that's not a little bit as we approach the halfway mark of this race. Tom the Tech, sitting in kind of no man land by himself. Pretty comfortable though for a second place position. Also very good for these folks in the points. Pickle Rick is starting to get some pressure. So the only silhouette driver has a pack of 3 saying, I want your 3rd place. I want the podium. Give it to me now. So he's going to be on the defensive here. And I'll tell you what, TBS Girls' first race here, running a great pace, good lines, very aggressive, making good passes. It's a good drive so far. Especially when you not know the drivers around you, to be able to adjust, correlate, and just run a good race. That's solid skill. That's racecraft. Good job. And as we look, SoCal, who we know can be extremely fast, is also in tow. And then you got Sweaty Palms, another fast driver. So while they're pretty far off from the first and second place drivers, they are certainly in a battle for the podium for that 3rd place stop. And then, you know, this is a difficult track. You never know if somebody's going to make a mistake up front. Finalize, or Tom the Tech might unfortunately dip a tire, and that is potential. There's plenty of dirt and gravel out here on this road course. Or street course, sorry. All right, so we got the NLR folks. Looks like Williams has allowed Beagle to go through. And I bet they're trying to claw back some time. Obviously, they don't want to battle each other. That'll just slow them up. but we are officially kind of getting to that halfway point right now. So let's keep going through. Sooner Man and Steel City are about to have their fun. We got Sauce, that hard tire. Ooh, a little bit of damage for Deuces. I think this is a hard tire adjustment. Going to the hards in the middle of the race might have created some conflicts here. Now, it is light damage. It is a fun series. They're not trying to kind of have drivers not make it through. All right, so let's go through finalize. 13 seconds up. Tom only 4 on Pickle Rick. So what we just talked about had certainly happened. Tom the Tech wrecked, lost a tremendous amount of time on finalize, and now put himself in a little bit of jeopardy from this pack. Soft tires looking good, fuel looking okay. Pickle Rick now with another half-second penalty. SoCal with another half-second penalty. This is going to shake up this grid. It's going to release TBS Girl, so I think we're going to see that driver's real pace. As long as Pickle Rick doesn't attack back and TBS Girl gets some momentum out of there, we're about to see some fast laps, I believe, because SoCal has the fast lap now, the 146.8. Pickle Rick picks up another half-second penalty. I don't know if it's just the wide body or what, but Pickle Rick normally doesn't pick up all these penalties. He's a pretty consistent driver. But look at that silhouette check out on that long straight. So clearly we're seeing where the advantage of the silhouette's fifth gear is versus everybody else 5.6. So that's pretty dominating to watch off that stretch. Oh, good old classics. All right, as we scroll through here further, now obviously TDS Girl is using a lot of front tire, attacking very hard, and it's a little bit of an interesting thing here going on. We're seeing a lot of front tire wear out of the GTRs, a lot of steering inputs, and the GT500 seems to be pretty consistent between tire wear and fuel. SoCal with a pass around the outside? Are you kidding me? What a move. Outside passes in that section are not too common. That A takes cojones and trust. So, fantastic drive. Great job by both drivers. Gotta have a little bit of trust and play the long game. So you got TBS Girl and you got Sweaty Palms. So these battles have brought Sweaty back into it. So we have a very tight podium battle here. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out. I hope you are too. Thank you for the viewers out there. I hope you're having a good time. I know I can't see all the comments there that are going out on the FOR stream, so I'm going to do my best to kind of pull that up. I have some reverb. That's a shame. I didn't think I would have had that. Yeah, I really shouldn't have any reverb. We'll see if that went away. Alright, so let's check out the FOR stream and see if we've got some chats going. This group is hauling it. We're going for it. Look, I mean, we are 16 laps in. There is a few drivers here that have never been here before, and they're going for it. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so we got the chat up for the YouTube account for FOR. We're broadcasting this on the BiPolarXpres channels and on FOR. All right, let's go up front. Finalized, looking very comfortable. First race with these folks, and in a very dominating position. Very dominating position. And if we go back to Tom Tech, still kind of all by himself. So these two have kind of checked out, have given themselves a little bit of an advantage here to kind of play it safe if they want to, even though Tom made that mistake earlier. It still is a comfortable second. Sending a message back. I appreciate the feedback. It's always hard to kind of get this thing set up so you can hear everything while you're live streaming and trying to read comments and everything. Yeah, you can tell I'm a little bit of a rookie with this stuff, so not bad. All right, we got Pickle Rick. Got a little separation from that group. They were going after him, so I'm sure he's pretty excited to have a little bit of breathing space as the folks battle behind him, because Pickle Rick was also getting those half-second penalties. Now his tire situation is a different story. Certainly tires could look a little bit better, could feel a little bit better. So my dude's probably going not the best, but not the worst. So we'll see what this kind of leads out for him. All right, so we got TBS Girl. This is a great battle. Look at, I don't even want to leave this. I think this is where we should just stay for the entire race. All right, TBS Girl, though, abusing those front tires. Hey, WRX, good to have you, buddy. Good to have you. Glad you're here. I always appreciate you kind of having the comments. I hope you're having some fun with these folks. I'm going to give you a little bit of a wave because I can. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. But this here is the battle now. It is coming at a little bit of an expense for TBS Girl. Front tires are getting abused. The good news is around TBS is the fact that everybody's abusing their tires. They're all driving super hard. Except for SoCal. I think SoCal could drive a little bit harder. Good amount of tire left. Running consistent times. Think having kind of a race where he's getting great move under sweaty. Fantastic move. Clean, precise. So just as I say, use your front tires. Here he comes. Using the front tires. Look at the nice little flame out of the back too. That's always great. All right, so Sweaty Palms gives up the spot. Tires are definitely hurting right now, so I can understand why SoCal was able to get that position, get underneath, and make that pass. Certainly a little bit of contact, but nothing too crazy. So here's NLR Williams back in front of his teammate. So a little bit of swap here. I think Williams is going to get on the back of this pack. And the question is, when they start battling further, does Weagle get into the back of this pack? So this is not over. Weagle can see him. That is certainly motivation to get back to him. Now Steel City by himself, still running hard laps, good tires, burning up a little bit of fuel, but not turbo. You got Sooner Man. Kind of on their own, but Rick James coming back. Now, Rick James has switched to the softs. He was a medium tire driver. I don't know if it was one of those things where it's kind of like this isn't working. Oh, we got a whole round of pit stops. Pickle Rick came in and out. Why is it doing that? Oh, my cord is hitting my controller. So Pickle Rick comes right out by Steel City. But Steel City does get around. Has a lot of tire left. Has some good fuel left. SoCal gets a half second too. So you got Pickle Rick now. SoCal came out, got right into a penalty situation. Not ideal because these folks are duking it out. They're going for it. You got TBS Girl. I think so far another Fox driver. Okay, so Flying Fox. I just realized the livery. Wow, I'm not that bright. But totally going to get advantage of SoCal's half-second penalty. And then you've got Sweaty Palms kind of closing in the rear, but still a good group, and Regal's not too far off. So it's going to be interesting. Superman's, Rick James is catching now since he moved on to that soft tire. Our hard tire driver went into the pits, and Deuces came back out on our tire, so just took fuel. So that's it for him. He's going to the end. But the leader is behind him and coming. That's a blue flag. Oh, the leader already came through. So that's Tom the Tech. Williams is coming in. Let's see what this means for Williams. Williams in third. Here comes the rest of the pack. He's coming out in front of him. Here they come. This is huge. He comes right out in the heat of this battle. Now let's see. He gets under Sweaty. Nope. Sweaty Palms stays in front. So an interesting move. Now Williams is going to have a tire advantage and I believe a pretty decent fuel situation. So as long as he got his fuel cap right, got a great tire situation for him. So pretty cool. A little bit different strategy here. Pickle Rick now finds himself in third place. So all these pit stops definitely shook it up, but these guys are all in touch of each other. So third place is very much up on the table for folks. Tom the Tech, all by himself. I mean, let's see. Oh, Tom needs to pit for fuel too, so he's still kind of in that middle ground. But the interesting thing is how much time will Pickle Rick claw back on Tom, and Pickle Rick has a 4-car tow. Okay, Tom's in mid-roll. Now he's back. But Finalize will maintain and keep the lead, but the interesting thing is, let's see where Pickle Rick comes out. Or, sorry, Tom the Tech. Okay. This is what I need to do. I need to, in the race format, bring in the refuel time. That was a very fast refuel. So as we scroll back, so Pickle Rick has that 8.8 deficit to Tom the Tech. I don't know if you can call that back in the silhouette. It's fast. It's straight line fast for sure. It's got good cornering speed too. So, but there has been a little bit of a distance pulled by Pickle Rick. But TBS Girl has shown pace. I believe this race is not over for third. And Sweaty Palms is in it. Williams is in it. His teammate Eagle's in it. This is fantastic. 21 laps in. This big group of car togethers. When you could choose whatever you wanted, and you can see all the diversity in what they chose. It was Japan only, Honda, Nissan, Toyota. Let's look at these. So we got the FT1. Oh, that's the Super. Got the GTR. We got the GT500. The Toretto Special. You've got another GTR. And then you got the Skyline Silhouette. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty much you got 4 cars here that are all different, but still competing here for a third place battle. This is just a fun series. Flat Out Racing is kind of delivering here on the entertainment value for sure. You don't really see this too often. Oh, we got a pass too. Williams came right under Sweaty. I don't know if Sweaty had an issue or if there was a line problem, but came right in through.
Now what this is doing is creating a little bit of separation. TDS Girl in 2.5 seconds now. The gap between Williams and here you go. Pickle Rick, our third place driver, got another half-second penalty. That's his fourth, maybe fifth. I don't know. He's got a lot, and that's gonna bring TDS Girl right into it. I mean, we'll go check finalized, but finalized is coming through lap traffic, so with a 15-second lead on time attack, plenty of tires, good fuel. The guy's pretty much checked out, guy or girl. I mean, it's finalized first race since I broadcasted with this, so just came out and dominated. If I pull up the standings right now, finalized is nowhere on the list. So just came, showed up, said, "What's up? I got this." Time attack, 15 seconds back, 6.5 on Pickle Rick. But this is where we need to stay. This is really where we need to stay, right? 22 to 27 laps. I don't think I got my webcam back up, but I don't think we should move away from this. What do you think? Put it up in chat. You guys want to stay here? Pickle Rick and TDS Girl. This is the battle. Let's take it from TDS's view. Let's just listen. We're gonna be quiet. Let's just listen. Cones everywhere. Certainly using all the track from the drivers tonight. I do love this view, and this is just beautiful. Look at that sunset, the clouds and tires. This is a gorgeous track to drive. I'm looking forward to VR. And just, it doesn't matter if I'm in a lobby race or just hanging out, doing some kind of mission race. This will just be a gorgeous track to drive in that VR environment. I could be wrong, but I feel like on that long straight, TDS Girl was saving some fuel. Like there was a concern there. Lap 23 of 27. A little bit less than half tank. I didn't think that'd be a fuel issue, so might be something I'm missing here. Sometimes I'm not the brightest. I can admit that. Look at the big old flames. What a great section there from TDS Girl. And Pickle Rick using all the track, almost in that wall. But Williams is keeping tabs. Williams hasn't left. You can see him in the background. He does have separation from his teammate, so I mean, technically you still have a 3-driver race for this last podium position. I'm going to check. Okay. Hey, those that are viewing, can you just type in chat if you have an echo or something? Somebody mentioned an echo before. I'm still learning, so I'd rather get those settings correct than keep giving you guys something headache or nauseous related. Okay, so Pickle Rick trying to stay out front, running personal best right now through the first sector, but TDS will not get shaken. Look at that long extended flame. That's gorgeous. And Williams is now closed. Williams being able to start and close ground. He does have those fresher tires because he pitted later. And looks like he's using them. We only have a few laps to go. If you got plenty of tire laps, you gotta just send it. Good late apex onto this long straight. I got a beautiful view of 4 cars, 5 cars in the same view. 24 laps later, different makes and models, different tire strategy, fuel strategy, they're all together. What a great race. Good job. Stoked. Let's go back and give some camera time to finalize as we get here back to the end of this race. Obviously, just a dominating performance right now. Not a lot of camera time to finalize. Sorry, it's no disrespect, but you gotta go where the action is. And unfortunately, you checked out. So. But no, great. This is a great race from finalize. Plenty of fuel, plenty of tire. Was this the OP car? There's only 2 Vision cars used, 2 FT1s used in this race. So was this the OP car? I didn't know. Unfortunately, I don't get a chance to practice the race simulations or anything like that to kind of know what to expect when I come in. So it's just kind of me learning while you learn. All right, let's go check out time attack. Time attack, 17 seconds back, comfortably 6.5, almost 7 ahead of 3rd place. So feeling pretty good. Stay mistake free. You've got your guys. You got finalized with first. Time attack second. So let's go back to this 3rd place battle. 2 half-second penalties for Pickle Rick and TDS Girl. What is happening? And they're going to come into this penalty zone, and Williams is going to be primed to attack. Look at this. Where's Williams going to wind up from this? Under Pickle Rick. Oh, Williams hit the wall. Williams hit the wall. Got super greedy. Saw the 2 half-second penalties and hit it and went for it. Now got himself a half-second penalty. Oh, just not what he wanted. He was given a little bit of energy there from seeing the people in front of him with a half-second penalty. Now he got himself a half-second penalty. Holy smokes. Race is not over. 2 laps to go. 3rd place battle is on. And it's lit. But Williams has really put himself at a deficit. And his teammates now all over him. Question is, well, so I knew the tires were a problem. If you look at Pickle Rick and you look at TDS Girl, their tires are just chunking out each lap. Now I still think they'll still have some white left at the end of this, but certainly it's going to be a little bit of a struggle on these last 2 laps. So Williams, as much as he's got this deficit, he's going to lose a little bit more time on this lap. I think he's got a chance to claw back. I mean, he's got good tires. He can't afford another penalty. He gets another penalty, it's gone. That chance is gone. And he's got a tire advantage on Weagle. So I'm just going to focus on Williams and see what his teammate does. Look at that. Dudes, dudettes. Oh, he goes against the wall again. Does he get another penalty? Penalty free. Holy moly. No damage. Penalty free. 2.3 back on TBS. 2.7 back on Pickle Rick. I think he's just going to send it. This is the last lap, y'all. He's got to send it. Remember, we have the podium chat here at the end. You got to struggle while I put in names, though, because I'm not software literate. So sorry about that, folks. All right, finalized here. Already way ahead of these folks. 17 seconds on Tom Tech. Might as well just cruise to the end, but still attacking. I mean, legit attacking. Finalize has not let off the throttle, not let off the attack. I love it. That's the right attitude. Right up against the wall. Had to let off. Literally had to let off. Was trying to have that fast lap, I guess. SoCal still has a fast lap. 146.7. I think everybody's just pushing so hard, it kind of messes things up a little bit for him. But we're gonna get off board, get an external cam. We're gonna zoom in on finalize here, pay attention, zoom out, a little triangle action on the controller. Oh, what a view! The low angle view just shows the speed. And we're gonna zoom in. Can I zoom in? I can't. Finalize, just cruising to the wind. All right, I get it. You won. Don't do the handbrake. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just kidding. Do what you want. Tom the Tech, solid second. Well done, dude. Now let's go back. Pickle Rick coming through the. Pickle Rick looks like he's going to hold on. That silhouette has tremendous top line. So Pickle Rick coming in and closing the podium spot. TPS Girl, first race tonight, fourth. First race for finalized. Oh, what do we got here? Wow. Did you just see that? Weeble, who is his first race tonight, could have taken some points. Could have just finished in fifth place. Let up the throttle. Let his teammate take that fifth place to get those points. I gotta say, that's fantastic to see. I mean, we added some drivers tonight. We wanted to make sure we had a good view. We had a good race, but that's just fantastic. It's just great to see. Your boys trying to race in the series for the long haul. Came in and gave up the spot. That's a team strategy. That's why we gotta love the community. So we come back here with sweaty palms, held on. Seventh was SoCal, a little bit distant back. So very interesting. These guys were holding on to it. They were sending it. It was a very interesting race, to say the least, because of the fact of all the different cars. So as we look at finalized, took the win 16 seconds up the road. Was the FT1 overpowered? Was there now regrets on letting the FT1 Vision car be a part of this? I don't know. I don't really drive that car that often. Hit it up in chat. Is it really that strong of a car? Or just finalize that's solid. I mean, 16 seconds is a big race gap. Behind that, Pickle Rick takes over that third place finish. I was worried about Pickle Rick. Several half-second penalties, but still in that third spot. TBS Girl, solid showing. First race in the series from what I saw. Came in with that fourth place. Anything with a top five is great. And then we got NL Williams, top five. Good for points. Weagle. Teammate of Williams came in with 6. Certainly could have had that fifth place, but did some solid team orders. Sweaty Palms was 7th, SoCal 8th. And I don't think I can see the rest of them, right? Yeah, I can. That's just what lets you see. So solid race from these folks. Great job over here at Grand Valley. Fantastic to see all the different cars. Look at all these people bailed already. So we're going to go over here to this little podium scene here. All right, so I am going to update here. The names here. So we had, if I go back, finalized in first place. What do we have next? Who was next? Man, I'm the worst. I am legitimately the worst. Oh, Tom the Tech. That's right, Tom. I didn't even need to change it to do just the second place steadily in second place. Same thing with Pickle Rick. Okay, we're done. This is the podium. These dudes knocked out of the park, and they saved me some time. So thank you, dudes. I appreciate it. All right, so what we can do, this is the fun part. What we can do is bring in the dudes into the Discord. So we'll do that now. We'll go right into it. Let's go into this driver chat. We got Finalized in there and Pickle Rick. Let's say hello. Gentlemen. Hello, gentlemen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
There we go. Sorry, I have two microphones, and apparently I've been creating a ton of issues for folks tonight, which is great.
Working good on this end.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen. It's kind of one of those deals where I need to have some way of monitoring the stream without creating echoes by watching the stream.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not great situation, but not the worst. So, all right, Pickle, tell me about your race.
Well, I had an awful qualifying, and then an even worse first lap. And I thought, oh well, here's my bad race for the year. But I don't know. I just kept pushing, and somehow ended up in third. I really did not expect that.
So you had no thought of getting there.
I did not think I was going to be speaking to you right now.
It could be pros and cons, because speaking to me could be maybe not podium, the not top 10.
No, I didn't. I took this car thinking, hey, it's quick but tricky, and I don't know if it'll do well, but I just wanted to have fun tonight. Honestly, I did not expect a podium, even though everyone's gonna make fun of me for saying that.
Well, I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, it was, one of those situations where I kept seeing you get half-second penalties, and I'm like, what is going on? So explain some of these half-second penalties that I saw, because I was like, how is he getting them? I know his panels are wide, but what?
You want me to explain?
Yeah. What was it? Same exit, same section?
Oh, God, I hate to bring it up. Again, they're going to make fun of me for this, but
Do it.
in the VR, the peripheral is a little hard on the inside of that hairpin, and I kept clipping the line on the inside, because if you miss, like if you miss that corner a little, you screw it up. So I was doing it too tight over and over. And then the downhill sweepers, I figured out about 4 laps from the end, that on the right-hand one, if you cut and hit the dirt, it gives you a 4-second penalty, which I didn't realize until probably the last stint.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So VR, we talked about this last week. It feels like an advantage, or no?
I don't know. It's 50-50, to be honest. I enjoy it more. And to be honest, the consistency is easier for sure. And I don't know how quick I would have been without it. So.
Gotcha. You consistently got half-second penalties, so certainly consistent.
It's not for that. That was more my brain than the VR. I gotta be honest. Like I said, the hairpin was tricky, but that right-hander sweeper down the hill, that was just me being stupid.
There's a decent amount of hairpins, right? So you gotta. It's gonna be hard to see the apex from VR just as much as it is from a flat screen. You gotta have a little bit of muscle memory.
Yes, exactly. And my muscle memory was for the penalty tonight.
It's all right. We've all been there, dude. We've all been there. So
you wanted to make it fun for everyone, right?
It was fun. I mean, that was a big group for the third place spot.
Oh yeah,
that was actually the exciting place. We'll talk to Tom and finalize eventually, but to be honest, without swearing too much, that shit was boring up front for 1 and 2.
Oh man, it was hairy the whole race. Like I say, it took me a while to get up to third, and then when I was in third, everyone was like, I could see them in my mirrors the whole race. There was lights in my mirrors.
It was fun to watch, because some of the clips, they got these long straights or coming through the tunnel. You could see 4 or 5 cars in the picture as they did kind of the view from all the fronts. So it was pretty sick. But
I'm so glad I didn't realize that.
You did come home in third. That's solid.
That was lucky third today, but I'll take
Hey,
it.
sometimes lucky is better than good.
I will take it every day.
So Tom the Tech, talk about your race. I literally didn't have to change anything in the results for runner-up or third place. It was Pickle Rick, and then it was you in second again. So you saved me the effort of typing on the microphone.
Yeah, it was a decent race. I had 2 pretty bad offs that kind of put me back, but I mean, Finalize was running with it the whole way, so.
Yeah, I flowed through. Yeah, I missed it, but it was clear as day. You went from about 3 or 4 seconds back to 12, and I was like, oh, crap, we missed something.
Yeah, 2 laps in a row, I just overshot turn 1 pretty bad. But, and then as I saw Pickle Rick coming through the whole field, so once he came through, it was like right after I went that second time, so I was kind of nervous there.
You watching the splits more than the apex?
What was that?
I said as you came into that turn, was it the same time you were looking at the split times?
No. Maybe.
He said no. Side little dose of like evil sarcastic laugh.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, you had a solid race. I mean, you know, issues are all. You had a decent gap to third.
Yeah, I mean, other than those 2 turn 1s for me, it was a pretty solid race for me. I'm happy with it.
You think you had something for Finalized if you didn't have those 2 issues?
I think he would have to have a few more issues in order for me to have any chance there, even if I didn't have that.
Well, you 2 had some very strong drives tonight for sure.
Yeah, maybe one of these times we'll get them.
So, I mean, I put up the standings. I didn't really. I think this is Finalized. Is this your first race with the squad?
Yeah, actually it is.
That's what I thought.
So
you got an invite, and then you decided to just whoop everybody's ass? Is that what you did?
I honestly didn't think I was going to do it that well, knowing some of the drivers that I've seen. So I was genuinely shocked.
So what was the expectation when you came in tonight? Did you have any practice or anything, or did you just send it?
I just sent it. That car I didn't have much experience with. I picked it up and had 100 miles in the car.
So yeah, that's a send. That's a
like,
complete send.
I didn't even have wet tires for the car. That tells you how much of a send that is.
Well, good thing it wasn't a race with rain.
Yeah, I've learned my mistake with that before.
Would you consider out of that group of car the FT1 was more ideal for that kind of a track where you have hairpins, sweepers, long stretch? Is it a better balanced car, you think, out of all the Toyota, Nissans, or the only Honda option?
When I was told what cars we could use, I know my experience with certain ones, and I knew Supras are quite fast, but the GT500 Supra is definitely a bigger turbo, so it takes a little more longer for it to spool up. So that's why I grabbed the FT1. But SoCal, I think without his mistakes, he would have given me a run, because even during qualifying, if Sooner didn't let me buy, SoCal would have taken pole from me, because we were, I think, 2/10 split between us. And then for, I think, up until the first pit, I think he was with me within a second and a half.
Yeah, qualifying was interesting because you kind of had people chasing each other. There was groups of cars versus kind of had your own track, your own lane, so you could run whatever line you wanted. It almost looked like people were trying to get drafted, and it actually was hurting people.
So yeah, I actually noticed that when I got past Sooner, when he let me pass on the front straightaway during quali, I picked up some time off of that because we didn't have I had my front end downforce still.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting how this game works, the dynamics of it, especially with tracks with elevation changes too. It makes a big difference. The elevation changes, I feel like they make the car understeer even further or wash out.
Yeah.
The wind makes a big difference here as well.
True. You know, it's one thing that as I'm doing the commentary, I'm always forgetting to kind of check where the wind is and kind of what kind of impact it might have for turn 1 or turn 2 or where you get these elevation changes or downhill sections. Certainly hairpins, it's not terribly a big difference, but certainly on a fast sweeper, what kind of front tire grip you got?
Well, when the wind started picking up, I think it was lap 8 or so, when it started getting some darker clouds through the area. I noticed the wind had gotten up to 21, but I didn't feel it with the car at all. It still felt like it was at low wind speed.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had it. It was pushing me pretty hard into that downhill hairpin.
You also had the Silhouette, which has more aero bits than a Stealth Fighter.
Yeah, that thing was not pleasant around the tight corners.
That thing has a little bit of aero on it.
Someone's got to save that replay for me.
I cannot.
Didn't save for me.
So unfortunately, guys, I cannot save the replay because I didn't race. So somebody will save it.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't save. I tried to.
So where are we going next week, boys? So we'll wrap this up. But where are we going next week?
Most horrible track in the game.
Green Hell. Fun track.
Okay, so I can tell you right now, I'm probably gonna have a kind of like a cough or a sickness or illness to broadcast for this race. I hate that place.
So do I. So I'm glad I've got a lead in the point.
I enjoy it. I'm just not fast at it. I'm generally about 30 seconds off like top times.
Oh, I'm probably right around there as well. Yeah.
That's a big gap.
Oh yeah.
My next points will be in the last round.
That's a big gap. So let's see where I'm gonna pull up the standings real quick, and I'm gonna blow this up.
I was actually on 125 at the end of the last race.
So Pickle Rick with the third place, you should extend because Williams had fifth.
So 141.
Yep. SoCal, I forget where SoCal came in.
Like 8th, I think. Something.
Hang
Not
on.
well.
I can see.
Oh yeah, I can too. I'm still in the lobby like a dummy.
Oh, good.
SoCal got 8. Yeah, SoCal got 8.
So Pickle Rick, you're looking pretty strong, and we only have a few more races left, eh?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna win that last one. I don't care who they bring for a ringer. Bring Robbie Heck for that last one. I'll take him.
Okay. Well, what I just heard is I can do a broadcast and race on the last one.
Oh, nice.
Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's
That's the only track car combo I'm confident on, by the way. The rest of them, I just hope.
Hope and pray. It's a strategy.
What is that race?
Spa in the SF19s.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I just did a 1v1 against Phil Swift in that and managed to beat him. So bring it.
Ooh,
Sir Shred.
Call him out. This is a live streamed event. He's gonna come in here and comment and bash you for sure.
He will. It's good. We have good banter together. He's a good guy.
There you go. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Taught me a lesson. All right, thanks, man.
No problem. I'm gonna wrap it up. Exit the chat. So, thanks everybody for coming out. Appreciate it. These guys were racing hard. It was a lot of fun. I mean, honestly, the FOR squad made this a fun race, and it's a kind of more community and things like that. So it was enjoyable, and I appreciate it from these guys to let me stream it, have some fun, give them some fun, and go from there. So next race, what do we got? So we are obviously stepping it up. So it is that 24-hour layout, and it's Group 2. So as much as I hate the track, I would love to see these guys bang doors in Group 2s. And it's still the same fuel, still the same tire wear. And you know you're at a long track when they say just 7 laps. So what will be interesting for this race is who gets their fuel calc right. You can't run out of fuel. You run out of fuel, you're done. So, we'll see. All right, tune in next week. Appreciate everybody. Have a good time, and talk to you soon. Bipolar out.